I went to the bathroom. I turned on the faucet to the maximum so that my fiancé wouldn't hear my physiological sounds. On our wedding day, the house was left without water.
Camilla, come out. The guests are waiting.
I pressed the flush button, hoping the water supply would resume in our absence, and my George wouldn't notice a thing.
Stop. What is this?
I was scared that there were traces of the incident on my dress. Yet George made it clear that I was looking at the wrong spot.
Your breasts. I asked you to put the foam pads on. My princess must look perfect.
As soon as I finished fixing my mistake, my fiancé's loud roar echoed from the bathroom.
Camilla, come here right now. I'm waiting.
He was pointing at the toilet and shaking, as if I was a cat that pooped in his favorite shoes.
What is this, huh? What were you thinking living this here?
I explained that I tried everything to make sure he wouldn't see it. But that didn't work on George. He abruptly left the bathroom and for some reason closed the door.
I'm very disappointed in you, Camilla.
George said he had no other choice but to cancel our wedding ceremony. Honey, don't joke about that. You know how much I want to marry you. Honey? Hey! George left and didn't answer my calls. After 15 minutes, I started getting text messages. Our guests were wishing me a speedy recovery. My fiancé told them I had a sudden blood pressure spike, that the right side of my body went numb, and I was bedridden. Of course, I thought of it as a bad joke. However, when George came back, he said that the wedding would only take place on one condition.
I'll give you a month to prove to me that what happened today was just an accident.
I agreed, because I'd been dreaming about my wedding since childhood. Plus, I was ready to do anything to make that dream come true.
Deal. Don't touch the toilet. The maid will clean it.
That evening, George ordered me to record a video for our guests. And to do it in a wheelchair. I thanked them for the kind words of support, but George demanded me to re-record it. It seemed that my fiancé didn't like how I looked on camera. So, for the second time that day, he called in a makeup artist, and she gave me a new, dazzling makeover.
Now I'm satisfied. It's not embarrassing to show a bride this sick to people.
George uploaded the video to the group chat and rejoiced as his friends reacted to it with heart emojis. He only got distracted when I decided to lie down next to him.
After what happened today? No. My disappointment won't evaporate that quickly.
George had me spend the night in another room. In order to win him back, I tried to show love and care. But he just threw the dinner I cooked into the trash.
Cooking and cleaning are the responsibilities of our housekeeper, Esther. Your job is to be beautiful and delightful.
I immediately took the hint. As soon as I woke up, I put on a ton of makeup and walked around the house in a dress and high heels. Whenever I needed to pass gas, I'd go outside, far beyond our yard. Eventually, it worked. My fiancé ended up touching me for the first time in a while and set a new date for the wedding ceremony.
In a week, you'll have to look stunning.
That night, I noticed a list on George's laptop. At first, I thought it was for the wedding guests. However, all those names were unfamiliar to me.
This is where I write down the people who disappointed me.
When George removed my name, I saw that Esther's was on the list. I asked him what our housekeeper had done wrong.
It's an old story, and it's better for you not to know it.
Curiosity was tearing me apart. So I started talking to Esther. Why is he angry with you? You help us so much. She said that one day George had a party, and she arrived way too early to clean. So much that the guests hadn't left yet.
What were you thinking coming here in those rags? I'll have to say that instead of my mother, you're a maid.
That's how I learned the shocking truth. Esther was my fiancé's mother.
I shouldn't have showed up in front of his friends without asking him first.
Esther explained that George was raised in poverty and worked very hard to build a respectable social circle. And it was them whom he seated in the center of the church, while mine had to sit in the back. Still, that wasn't a big issue for me. I walked down the aisle, determined to get revenge on George for what he had done to me, to Esther, and to my family and friends. When it was my turn to recite the vows, I confessed to the guests that I wasn't paralyzed. George considered me unworthy of your eyes. He's obsessed with gaining your approval. I reached into George's pants and pulled out a rolled sock. Then I grabbed my fiancé's jacket, revealing the push-up pads on his shoulders. Instead of working out, George would rather masquerade. He wanted to make me a part of his fake life, but I left upon realizing just in time who I was dealing with. Fake people are like soap bubbles. They pop when the sun shines brightly.